craziest thing I ever saw at a Bruin game one night was a deer antler.
Mm.
A deer with its antlers, like the whole head, severed head thrown on the ice. And we had a reunion.
No one saw that guy walking in.
Well, here's the thing. So here's the funny story. So the Giants held a 25-year reunion for that team way back, whenever it was, 2002, 2003, and we're doing the show from the towers. And we're going through like 2-3 guests every segment.
Yep.
And I was talking to Punch McLean, and I said, the craziest thing I ever saw was the night the deer head got thrown on. Antlers, the whole 9 yards. Punch, no, Bobby, we never had a deer head. I go, Punch, you did. I remember. I was there. No, Bobby, no. So the funny thing is, like a couple segments later, Mark Lofthouse is on, played for the team and played a little bit in the NHL, and Lofty says, the craziest thing I ever saw was the night the deer head came on the ice. I'm getting Punch back. I'm like screaming, get Punch back here. Yeah. And then the craziest thing, the sidebar was it. So there are these 2 families in New West. I will not name them. One family was known because they're all wrestlers, and the other family was all known because they're all boxers. So a couple of these guys had gone hunting, bagged this deer, knew the guy at the rink, came through the back Queen's Park Arena, brought it in, and threw the damn thing on the ice. And I found that out that night from one of the brothers of the family. They said, yeah, that was so-and-so and so-and-so. And I'm like, oh, my gosh. So, yeah, I grew up in New West. So big thing for me growing up, like I said, was the Bruins and the Salmon Bellies. And then, of course, as I, followed the Canucks, went to my first Canuck game, I think, like 1974. Back when Reds were like $10, right? Like, it was quite the experience following the Canucks and even the Whitecaps, of course, in 78. But, like, with the Canucks, I remember when the Canadians would come to town. It'd be like the Rolling Stones were in town. Like, radio stations would report, like, Guy Lafleur sightings at Pacific Center or something like that. It was just, it was amazing. It was just the aura of the Canadians coming to town. And, as a kid, if you go to the game, it was super special because those games weren't on TV, right? Yeah. They were just, so you'd show up, at the playground the next day and you'd have your game program.